Guys, this is Lord Natsu here, and today we're going to be doing what if Naruto got Kratos' powers. So yeah, and if you guys are right now, I'm gonna guess that you guys think, you're gonna copy someone else. It's like, no, I'm having this completely different. First off, he's not gonna get his Kratos' powers immediately. Like, he ain't gonna pass. Ain't gonna do what a certain YouTuber did. No, he's gonna do. Kratos is gonna do something way better for this kid. So yeah, basically everything in Kratos' life pretty much happened the same. Up, and pretty much for Atreus and Kratos, pretty much. I'm gonna say, Atreus calmed himself down greatly after that moment, and yeah, when he became adult, pretty much Kratos and Atreus went separate ways. And I'm gonna say, okay, give me a second. Okay, yeah. Okay, we start with a 4-year-old Naruto. Basically, that they were always well, yeah, he's gonna be a little bit different. He's gonna be pretty much the same thing, but he's not naive. And he is stronger. Yeah, like, the way his body is stronger. Basically, strong enough for how Spartans did it. Basically, that. Basically, he's not a weak. He wasn't a weak baby. He was a strong one. So yeah, this is how I'm doing it. And yeah, we skip to when he's 5. Oh, and well, now that okay, before I do that, let's go to Kratos' perspective again. And Kratos just wanted to, yeah, like before, like 10 years before he died. Changed my mind about how, yeah, pretty much scratch what I said a little bit ago. Kratos, like 6 years before Kratos got old enough to where he would easily pass away, he would just need to pass on his god power. So basically, pass on his God of War title to someone else. Okay, now we go to the perspective of Naruto Uzumaki when he is 4. And yeah, he's seeing, yeah, and we skip pretty much 6 months after someone leaked out that he is a Nine-Tails Change Cherokee. Oh, and wait, first, I'm gonna say this. When Kratos was pretty much 6 years old, pretty much just as Kratos now, pretty much Kratos comes into Naruto's world at the same time, and yeah, Kratos sees a portal, and yeah, since he knows this world, since he wants to live peacefully in a world, he pretty much just walks through it. He also feels whoever is opening this, whoever opened this, is trying to drag him into it, so he's just like, this world has nothing left for me. So I must go. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna say Atreus is dead by now. So yeah, Kratos is only 6 years away from being able to die completely. With yeah. Yeah, then we get to pretty much Naruto being 4 years and 5 months old. And we see Kratos just forming just pretty much, right before, actually, Kratos entered this world when Naruto was just 4, like just turning 4. So yeah, 5 months later, he's had the cabin and pretty much been hunting ever since. And pretty much everyone that's been trying to, pretty much any bandits that go past him and try to just either kill him or anything else that has to deal with his cabin or him, he just kills them easily. Because yeah, he is the freaking god of war. No mere mortal can hurt him that easily. So yeah. But now we get to Naruto's perspective when he's 4.5 years old. And yeah, this is 6 months into his 4th year of life. So yeah. And Naruto just pretty much just walks through the woods crying. And then he hears someone sing behind him. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Then some bandits come straight at Naruto trying to kill him because actually no, pretty much anyone that bandits are just trying to kill Naruto because as far as I know, he's in their territory. So yeah. And Kratos does have his Leviathan axe and his Blades of Chaos with him. So yeah. And pretty much she just killed the people that were pretty much killed the bandits with his bare hands. Because yeah, he's only been using his bare hands for this. Yeah. Oh, and when Kratos sees little Naruto, he's like, "Boy, what are you doing here?" No, actually, he'll be like, "Boy." And yet, Naruto would be a little bit scared. Yeah, he is a little kid. And Kratos just be like, "Boy, why were you crying?" So yeah. Then Naruto tells him why he's been crying. Yeah. Oh, and then Kratos is like, "Boy, do you need someone to raise you?" And yet, Kratos is thinking of taking care of this boy in the way he couldn't do with his first son. Doing it better. And yeah. No, actually, he'd be like, boy, do you wish to be raised? And yeah, Naruto would be like, just being much being like, yes. And Kratos would be like, I will, from now on, I will raise you. And yeah, the moment Naruto says, okay, in a pretty much, yeah. A day later, Kratos just immediately tells Naruto that he is from another world. Just goes like, boy, come here. Just like, yeah. It's like, he's like, I am from another world. And he's like, okay, he probably just like, okay, so what's in this other world? It's like, he pretty much just says what are things that are in the world, in that world, except gods. And yeah, then he says, just says, boy, I am a god. In the world I used to be in, there was gods. And I was the son of the strongest one of all. Pretty much just telling him his past. Well, pretty much everything about except Atreus. And yeah, he's gonna be raising him way better than Atreus. Because he's learned his lesson about that. So yeah. Now we skip to and yeah, Kratos has been living in this cabin and raising Naruto. So yeah, Naruto only sleeps in that apartment they've made for him. That's it. And yeah, Naruto knows that this person is a god. So yeah, then we skip to when he's either 7 or 8. And Kratos starts training him. So yeah. Okay, yeah, then by the time he's 7 or 8, Kratos pretty much immediately puts him into the Spartan training. And yeah, Naruto's also been telling him about this world and how it works. Basically, yeah, after the day Kratos started raising him, after that day, he's been sneaking into the library to learn as much as possible for Kratos and himself. So yeah. And basically, he's been telling Kratos all about his world, everything he's been learning from yeah, pretty much everything Kratos needs to learn and he needs to learn pretty much, yeah, almost 100% of everything in the Naruto's world. So yeah, it's yeah. Basically, when Naruto starts the academy, which I think he's 8 by that time. Yeah, Kratos has only up to when Naruto's 10 to live to raise him. So he's trying his best to raise him as fast as possible. And yeah, Naruto sees Kratos as a father, and Kratos sees Naruto as a son by the time Naruto's 8 or 7. So yeah. And pretty much Kratos been doing twice as much work on Naruto to bring him to the peak as fast as possible. Basically, where 20 years old would be at. So yeah, and actually, yeah, he's pretty. By the time Naruto's 10, he's gonna be half Naruto, pretty much Kratos' strength. And basically, Kratos has also been helping him learn about. Yeah, since Kratos is smarter than him, he's gonna basically learn everything about chakra. But yeah, he will. Kratos will have 0 chakra. He'll have powers of a god. He has powers of a god. So yeah. Basically, right now, Naruto's muscle. Basically, yeah. Kratos has been training him in his speed and strength for him to be basically the strength for the. Basically, yeah. He needs the strength to channel the. Yeah, and Naruto's been getting a rage. Pretty much has given himself. Yeah, he's by the end. Pretty much when Naruto's 10, he'll have pretty much have the same amount of control for his rage that Kratos has, and he has a lot of rage now. Just as much as Kratos, but for Naruto, yeah, since this ain't in a real game, Naruto can bring out his Spartan rage anytime he wants. Because yeah, this technically, since he is trained by a Spartan and has, and technically he is now a Spartan, just in a different world. He will have Spartan rage. So yeah. Now we're gonna skip pretty much the Uchiha Massacre still happens, and no one knows that Kratos even existed. Not even Hush, not even the third Hokage, which I can't remember his name at the moment, but I'll probably remember it later on. Anyway, now we're gonna skip to when Kratos is 10, and Naruto pretty much Naruto knows what chakra nature he has because he stole chakra paper. He's pretty much read all the books on the ninja world, which would also mean all the ninja books that he could find, which was basically novice to, was pretty much getting to tuning for all the chakra natures and jutsus that he could find. So yeah, Kratos basically helps him with all of it. So yeah, Naruto's Genjutsu is a 2. Yeah, originally it would have been a complete 0 at this point. Yeah. Naruto's Genjutsu is a 2. Out of 20. His ninjutsu is a 5 out of 20. Wait, no, it would be 9 out of 20. Actually, yeah, it would be 9 out of 20. I'm pretty sure Finjutsu is pretty much using weapons, so yeah, he'll know that one. And he would be almost at the max for it. He would be like 15 out of 20 for that. And his stealth skills is 9 out of 20. Basically, I'm gonna call that ninja skills. Yeah, basically everyone else in his class, basically Sakura would have a 10 in chakra control. That's it. Everything else, zilch. Oh, and Naruto's Taijutsu would be a would be a 10 out of 20. No, it would be a 15 out of 20. And yeah, I think that's it for all that he can do. So I think that would be all the things. Oh wait, in sealing skills, basically seals is a 9 out of 20. And by the time he's 10, basically, for Kratos basically added chakra, basically everything in this world, to the Spartan training for Naruto. So yeah, Naruto had a lot of work to do. Naruto has wind for his original, and he's unlocked fire for his second one. So yeah, then when he gets to when Naruto is 10, and yeah, pretty much Kratos is pretty much getting ready to die. And pretty much, yeah, at this point, that's all of Naruto's skills. And yeah, Naruto looks like half the size of Kratos. And Naruto is way taller. Because yeah, his meals are way better. He only goes to Ichiraku Ramen's once a week. Once a month. And for now, this is what Naruto's gonna look like. But eventually, once he's at the right age, he will look like that one. Yeah, and before, basically before they fought to pretty much for a battle to death, and Naruto just asked, right, actually, the day before the 6th year, before Naruto was 10, he, basically, sometime in the year he was 9, he asked for the same thing Kratos has. And Kratos is like, are you sure, my boy? No, are you sure, boy? It's like, of course, father. Because, he calls him father. And Kratos is like, or pretty much just like, first feels like, And pretty much puts pretty much makes it the same tattoo on Naruto. The same exact tattoo. And basically, he's basically done it the same exact way his is. He just had to cut off just enough hair to. Basically, he just cut off all of Naruto's hair to be able to do it. And for a few months, Naruto's hair was like that. A few weeks, his hair was like that. Now we get to when they're 10. When Naruto was 10, and Kratos is on the year, basically on his year where he can be able to die. And I'm gonna say the only way you can pass down your god powers is by death. Basically by your death. And whoever killed you gets your powers. So Naruto's kind of sad about this, but focuses on a task. It's like, and he's like, this time he finally calls him Naruto. Naruto, point me to the death. That is my final wish. And Naruto's like, yes, father. And then they fight. And Kratos is just planning to die. That's it. Not to win or anything. Just pretty much to lose this battle. And Naruto is just going full out. And for Kratos, his taijutsu and genjutsu, if he was in this world, he would be unstoppable. Pretty much more unstoppable than Madara. And Madara is the closest thing to an actual god. So Kratos would be unstoppable if he was actually in this world. Born in it, exactly. So Naruto, then we skip 3 hours later, and he finally kills him. It's like, and Kratos is like, well done, Naruto. I leave my powers to you. And Naruto's crying a bit. And Kratos just hugs him until his mouth rests and goes like, take my weapons. Use them. Use them well. And then he pretty much just stands up and starts turning, pretty much just dies. Naruto just lays him back down, and Kratos dies. Oh, and Kratos like, if you wish to do this, either when I die, and if you want to do this, do it. If you can either make it great for me, cremate me. If you wish to cremate me, either keep me as a reminder in your home, or spread my ashes in the highest peak in the world. It's like, Naruto will be like, yes, father, I will be doing what? I just wish you had, I just wish you could have stayed with me longer. It's like, if I did, boy, I think I would have been found anyway. It's like, yeah. And yeah, the third Hokage never knew that Naruto was being raised by this person. And and all the world doesn't know of Kratos. And now, we skip to when Kratos finally dies, and Naruto's like, I will cremate you. As my... It's like, I will cremate you for me as a reminder. And when I become the strongest shinobi in the world, I will finally spread your ashes at the highest peak of the world. I promise you that, Kratos. And yeah, we skip an hour later. Yeah, and right now he's at the middle of the day. And he's pretty much Trump. Oh, and the moment Kratos' powers went to Naruto, pretty much like Chaos Blades pretty much lashed onto Naruto's arm and burned his, pretty much did the same thing it did to Kratos' arm. But after a day, but when it finally finished, he would be able to and since he's pretty good at sealing jutsus, he'll just seal the chains and the blades. Basically, he'll have the blades on a seal on his hands. Yeah, basically he'll have the blades on a seal on his hands, and the chains on one seal that is at the top of his lower arm. Basically, that's where the seals will be on each arm. The open part of his lower arm. So yeah, that's where I only have that. And when he goes to, he just crosses it with anything, and it pretty much connects to him. And then he pretty much makes a seal on his back as well to put it there. So yeah, he just puts it on his back, and he has this seal. He pretty much pushes this, pretty much makes it so he has just seal marks on his hand, on his palms, the lower, pretty much the upper part of his lower arms, and the back of his chest. Basically, that's where I only have seal marks at. So he'll technically have He'll technically have 5 seals on his body. The very first one being the seal that Kurama's in, and the other 5 being the ones he's made. And yeah, Naruto took off. No, Naruto is gonna wear something on Kratos, but a little bit different. I was trying to get a picture of what Naruto's gonna wear eventually. Now we skip an hour and it's the middle of the day. Oh, and Naruto still protected Hinata. Actually, no. He protected her just... Yeah, he just did it in a brutal way. Oh, and... Yeah, I'm gonna make a character that I made myself. And this person is... a Hyuga. Which, okay, I'm just gonna say this. Hinata ain't the. Basically, yeah. It is that Hyuga ain't like all the Hyugas. Basically, Hinata is still the same way, but this girl is basically someone that Naruto would like in this version. Because, yeah, Naruto basically went from that personality he had before to a strong. Basically, what Kratos would be like. Basically the version of Kratos that is in God of War 4, that version of Kratos would basically be Naruto. So yeah. Basically, Naruto would love a strong and kind and a strong, kind and caring woman. So yeah, that's basically what he'll pretty much love and so on. And so yeah, Sakura won't be a crush anymore for him. Like, he's pretty much, by the time he went to the, pretty much, yeah, the moment he went into the academy, I'm pretty sure that's the first time he saw Sakura, so yeah, the crush won't happen. And give me a second to show you a picture of this Hugo. It's gonna give me, you're gonna have to give me a minute to think of a name for her, or you guys can give me a name. And actually, I have something you guys can do for me before the next part. Whatever you guys' original character's name to be. You guys that pick names, and whichever one gets the most likes, I will choose. And also, if I can say it correctly, I will also choose it. If it so. You guys pick a name for this girl that I can say correctly and the most people like. That's what I have for you guys. Now, give me a minute to find a picture. Hey guys, I changed my mind about this. This girl is actually an Suzuki. And pretty much this girl was... Okay, yeah, basically this happened. We're gonna do a very long flashback. Basically to a time when Kage was healed. And basically, yeah, without either with Hashirama, no, Hagoromo, or the other person realizing it, Kaguya was pregnant. So yeah, and this girl pretty much gonna be the same age as Naruto. And I'm gonna say she finally came down when Naruto finally came down a year before Naruto went into the academy. And yeah, Naruto just yeah, and this is the time when a year after, I'm gonna say this is a year before Kratos started training Naruto. And yeah, this Otsutsuki just Naruto just saw how beautiful this person was and thought, wow. And yeah, this person, yeah, the Otsutsuki in question basically is pretty much a master of Penjutsu and Taijutsu and Seals. Not Genjutsu or Ninjutsu yet though, because actually no, she's not gonna be good at anything at the moment. But after a few years training with Naruto, she will be a 5 at Genjutsu, a 10 at Ninjutsu, 10 at Finjutsu. For ninja skills, she's a 10. For taijutsu, she's a 13. And for seals, she's a 10. So yeah. Basically, yeah. By the time Naruto was, yeah. Basically, the Suzuki girl pretty much just paid attention to Naruto and Naruto only. And, yeah, this girl pretty much, yeah, when, basically she wanted to meet Naruto, he was just at that point, he was a kind person that was starting to control his anger. He ain't strong yet. But he's starting to get... But he is smarter than his canon self. Like, halfway to Shikaramu's is intelligence. So yeah, he's halfway there to that. So yeah, now we get back to when Naruto's at 10 and Uchizuki's like, Naruto, don't be sad, he won't want this. She's like, yeah, I know. It's just... It's just sad to see him, like, to be able to see him anymore. You will be able to see him in the afterlife, like, maybe. Just maybe. Oh, sorry about that pause. Anyway, and yeah, I'm just gonna say this now. Basically, basically Naruto. Well, yeah, Kratos pretty much had his Leviathan X and his blades to the highest peak, pretty much fully upgraded. Pretty much how the game sees them as completely upgraded. Yeah, that's what Kratos had to at. Yeah, and Suzuki was just calling Naruto down. And yeah, pretty much everybody saw this girl as a goddess and tried to get with her. But yeah, she's technically already taken. Oh, and since she's... Yeah, since she's gonna be the same age as Naruto, this is her right now. Then, when we get to when they're 15, this will be her. But this is not showing her true self. This is her true self. That's what she looks like. So, yeah. Give me a second. Oh, hey guys. Anyway, give me a second to give you guys the stuff she has for her skills. Okay, so yeah. Basically, these are her talents. Genjutsu, 5. Ninjutsu, 10. Finjutsu, 10. Ninja skills, 10. Taijutsu, 14. Seals, 10. Chakra natures, all 5 of them. So yeah. Now, we skipped to in Naruto's 10. 14. And yeah. Basically, Naruto's been hiding his true power. Basically, he's just mean it so he fails up until he's 14. So yeah, and this also Silky Girl is also doing that. And yeah, Naruto just still, but yeah, this time it's Choji and Shigarama that he's only friends with. And yeah, when Naruto's 14, he's at this at the same intelligence as Shikamaru. So yeah. As for knowledge and battle tactics. Oh, I forgot to do the chakra control. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, Suzuki's chakra control is a 17 out of 20, while Naruto's is a 15 out of 20. So yeah, Naruto can easily control all of his chakra now, with not pretty much even if Kurama destroyed his pretty much made it so he could barely use it. Even if Kurama tried to interrupt his chakra network, he could still use it perfectly. So yeah. Basically, this time both Otsutsuki and Naruto just pass easily. So yeah. Yeah, Mitsuki tries to get Naruto to do it, but yeah, he fails miserably. And he gets Kiba to do it. And yeah, when Naruto hears of someone stealing the scroll of healing, it's like, yeah, no. Also, he doesn't know the Shanklan Jutsu yet, so this is how he's gonna learn it. And to me, this is a little bit overpowered for him. So he's like, yeah, no. And he pretty much goes up to Kiba and pretty much knocks him out with just a chop on his neck. And then, before Mitsuki can get there, he's like, he just thinks, hey, why not? And he pretty much opens the scroll. And he finds Shadow Clone Jutsu. Pretty much that type the Flying Thunder God Jutsu. Basically, he finds Fireball Great Destroyer, Fireball, Fire Style Fire Dragon, basically Fire Style Fire Destroyer, Fireball Destroyer, and yeah. Oh, and he gets Wind Style Wind Breakthrough, Wind Style Wind of the Mountain, Wind Style Wind of the Mountains. That's what I'm gonna call that one. Oh, and Naruto's gonna make 2 jutsus by himself, which basically he can combine into one. And yeah, he copies pretty much all the other jutsus for the Otsutsuki, which is his girlfriend by now. So yeah. Actually, no, I'm gonna make it so I'm gonna change something a little bit about the Hyugas. Pretty much Hinata is like, actually no, she's the same. So I can make this more interesting. Okay, Yeah, then and then he finds a section that pretty much talking about him being the fourth Hokage, being the pretty much a message from the fourth Hokage to him, saying if you're reading this, then you are a Hokage, and yeah, pretty much saying that you are that I am sorry. Pretty much this school telling him that he's the fourth Hokage's son, and that he's the giant turkey of the Nine Tails. And when he finished reading, I was like, so my birth father had to sacrifice me as a ginger as his for had to sacrifice his own son for the village. It's like I understand why he did it. It's just was there no other solution? No. Probably wasn't. But at least I got probably someone better than him. And yeah, then Mizuki got there and Naruto before Mizuki got there, Naruto just took the scroll back to the third Hokage, closing the scroll and taking it back to the Hokage. It's like third Hokage. I caught Kiba of the basically he says the clan that pretty much works with dogs. Stealing the scroll of sealing. And by the way he thinks, I'm thinking he got tricked by a higher rank shinobi. And the final guy is like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. As far as I know, he's an idiot that wouldn't even think of this. He probably didn't even know I'm pretty sure no one in my class even knew this scroll existed, or even the jutsus inside it. And yeah, he pretty much copied every single jutsu that he would think would be useful, which he sees every single one useful. Well, except the ones that pretty much do nothing. So yeah, it's like, thank you, Naruto. It's like, you're welcome, third Hokage-sama. Now, I believe I must take my leave. And there's like, then just ask. So, no, he didn't ask anything. He just lets Naruto go. And Naruto's like, and then yeah, Uzutsuki girl sees that he's pretty much just walking from the third Hokage's office and asks, what are you doing? So he pretty much saying, what are you doing, Naruto's like, I just brought the third Hokage the scroll ceiling. It's like, oh, that? It's like, yeah. Apparently, Kiba stole the scroll. I'm guessing for whoever tried to steal it. And she's like, oh, yeah, probably. And yeah, she's a strong and kind person. And basically, yeah. Naruto only sees Shikamaru and Choji as friends, no one else. He pretty much doesn't even talk to anyone else. Yeah, when everybody tries to talk to Uzutsuki, she just ignores them. And yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, we skip to the day when they pretty much tell everybody what deans are in. And yeah, Sakura didn't pass because, yeah, that's stupid. She only has chakra control. The ninja school should have prepared them more for it. For them to have something more than just chakra control. So yeah, Sakura doesn't pass, and the Uchizuki girl is in Naruto's team with Sasuke, of course, and they have team, and they're in T7. So yeah, pretty much everything goes the same except when pretty much when he looks at the Uchizuki girl, she's just like, my likes, hanging out with my friends. My dislikes, she's like, I don't have that many dislikes, but I can't remember any right now. And she's like, my goal, I don't have one right now. I'll think of the one eventually. And yeah, she does think of one eventually. And then he looks at Naruto, was like, my likes, training, and hanging out with my friends. My dislikes, anyone that doesn't. He basically, and he's like, my dislikes, these villagers. And the people that, she says, I dislike anyone that thinks of me as a demon. I also dislike people that I also hate people that either overestimate or underestimate someone. And my goal, become the strongest Tsunobi in all of history. Yeah, Naruto will. Yeah, that is gonna happen. And when Naruto was 6, Kurama finally woke up. And he pretty much saw this. And pretty much one time he saw through Naruto's eyes Kratos, a man with no chakra, but immense amount of power. Which scared the living crap out of Kurama, so yeah. If Kurama tried to completely disrupt, just tried it 100%, just pretty much put 100% of his power to disrupt this boy's chakra, Naruto would just pretty much be a 2 times better version of Kratos. Because yeah, I'm gonna say the God of War's powers each time they get passed down to another user of the God of War title, it gets 2 times stronger for the power. So yeah, basically it's Naruto's stats for his strength and speed pretty much increased by 2 in his regeneration as well. Well, his regeneration, well, technically for Kratos, it was pretty good for regeneration. So yeah, now Naruto's strength, speed, and regeneration would be increased by 4. So yeah. Now we get to the belt test, and yeah, they win. I'm not gonna go over it. And we don't want to go to the wait the land of waves arc, and yeah, Naruto is the second tallest in the group. Well, actually, yeah, Naruto is the tallest of the three getting, with Suzuki being the second one, then Sasuke being the third. And yeah, Naruto is shorter than Kakashi, just not at the same height he was before. So yeah. How did it only do that thing with Sasuke? Yeah, Sasuke would get angry and try to attack him, and Naruto would just grab onto the back of his shirt and be like, "Are we children? Do ninja act like children, Sasuke Uchiha?" And yeah, Sasuke, because yeah, in Naruto place, that's what I thought. Now, act like a shinobi, or you will not survive in this line of work. Yeah, and the village brother sees that he is very calm for a kid. Because yeah, he still looks like a kid. He doesn't look like a grown man. And yeah, they pretty much go, and this is when I'm gonna end it off. If you guys like this, like, subscribe, and comment for more. Anyway, I'll be waiting a day or two for you guys to figure out, pretty much find out a name for this Uzusuki girl. And remember, one, it has to be a name that I can say, and two, it's the one that gets the most likes as well. Anyway, like, subscribe, and comment for more. Anyway, adios, my amigos.